Maestro Gaming presents a wobbly wagon wheel production about a nomad man. That man is the Gypsy King.
Okay, ladies and gents, welcome back to another Maestro Game production, and as you can see, we are here at the FAS Stadion for our first game against KB Mechelen. Now, KB Mechelen and OHL are both our hardest competitors, but we play them both today, and well, we are looking to complete our unbeaten record in the group. But first of all, we have to play KB Mechelen, who is also unbeaten, so let's see who triumphs in this first game of today's episode. Okay, ladies and gents, it is kick-off time in our first game of today's episode, and if we win today's game, we actually win the group. So, very big game here today, and well, the team pretty much names itself, but for those of you who may have a very short memory or just need a recap, the team for today is Gallon in goal. We have Corfries and Pieri in central defence. On the left is Vucevic, Swavers on the right. Kubasic in front of them in defensive mid. Central midfield is controlled by Bizamani and Belt. Of course, on the left-hand side is Anderson, better than Cleverson, Fernandez on the right, and Milcevic up front. Our bench consists of Pirard, Duchetz, Ozcan, Post, Jimenez, Verif, and Holmberg. But without further ado, let's head on into the dressing room and see what Dirk has to say. And I apologise for the sirens in the background. They are rather loud, if I must say. So, tell the team they're expected to pick up where they left off. That's not a bad idea. Come on, lads, we will qualify for... Yeah! Come on, lads. Motivated all of one. Anderson better than Cleberson. Now, listening nervously is Pieri. That's a bit of a worry. We have a couple of them listening keenly, some deep in thought, and a few different ones who haven't really taken to it at all. But we have Leon Hemmens. How do you intend to seize the initiative against an opponent like Waslan Bavarian prefers to dominate possession? He's of course of the Belgian football post, an experienced but friendly enough fellow who is friendly towards us. So, at the end of the day, I believe we're better. Don't need to read the rest of it, we are just better. So, how useful is Schwaver's Swiss Army knife? That's always the answer to that one. Rob Schoofs comes into this match having provided some impressive midfield displays. We're definitely going to have to pay close attention to him, but we have better plays. As you prepare to face KV Mechelen, I clearly can't speak today. Are you happy with Anderson's performance as an inverted winger? Yes. He's playing there, not bothered. Right, Fernandez lack a match. I think he can last a full match. If not, we have suitable replacements. As in, Verif can come on if we need Verif to come on. As you can see, we are currently... In fact, I know a draw won't guarantee us, but a draw puts us in a very good spot. Because OHL, they're not catching us. Westerlo, also not catching us. It's very much between us and Mechelen as far as I'm concerned. OHL need us to lose, and KV... I don't know how OHL's going to catch up. I think they need KV Mechelen to beat us and then us to lose our second. Anyways, Anderson going and ruining their opportunities with his fourth goal of the season on the 17th minute, assisted by Fernandez. I'm getting distracted by alternate realities where OHL might magically make it to the top of the group. In fact, I should be focusing on us and this particular game, because Anderson has no sign of letting any other team finish top of the group other than ourselves. And, well, Anderson to whip in the corner. It's Bizamani. 2 goals, ladies and gents. 20 minutes. That is his 5th goal of the season, assisted by Anderson. Better than Cleberson. And what a lovely goal it was. Bullet header in the top corner. Let's have another look at that one. Bizamani just jumps up and nods it in at the near post. And we have a nice, comfortable lead. Pieri, Kubasic, and Bizamani. Bizamani, lovely ball over to Anderson. Can we get a third within the first 30 minutes? No, we cannot. Milcevic, terrible header, straight at the goalkeeper, and Lemsel just collects. So, is Milcevic just going to stand there and pressure him? I guess he is. It's over with Petrozak. Yeah, Petrozak. That's what we're going with. Bonnie has the ball now, though, and they are holding possession nicely. Holding it in the central midfield. It's now over to this right-hand side. Can we get a tackle in? No. And that was a beautiful finish by Petrazak. Second goal of the season, in fact. And well, I can't begrudge him that. I'm a little disappointed that we gave him the space to do it, but I can't begrudge him the goal. You know what? Demand more. I know we're 2-1 up, but I can't be letting stuff like that happen. That was rather pathetic, lads. Shoops, no, Shoops whips in the corner, middle of the... Ooh. We survived that one. That would have made things rather interesting if they managed to put that one away. But it's a throwing with Bizamani into Milcevic. Now back with Bizamani with Schwavers over to Gypsy. Gypsy, can he find anyone? Gets over to Anderson, who nods it to Vucevic. Vucevic has way too much space here. Plays it short to Anderson, though. Back to Vucevic. Vucevic, will he whip it across? He does to Milcevic. Unfortunately, he can't keep his header down, though. And that has rather been the story of Milcevic, I would say. He's a decent little player, but he can't keep his headers down to save his life. He's rather terrible in the air. But it is 2-1 at half-time. They've had 8 shots. We've had 13. 6 on target to our 10. 2 fouls to 0 fouls. 0 yellow cards, 0 yellow cards. 49% possession to 51. And again, more noise. I apologise. The ice cream van has decided it's going to come down as I'm in the middle of a recording. Right. So, Petrazak was their best performer with an 8.2 and a 93% passing completion ratio. For us was Anderson. 6 crosses completed and an 8 rating. Struggling to perform is Cleanput. He's got a 6.6 and 0% crossing completion ratio, and Vucevic with a 6.6. So, that was perfect timing. Latest scores around the league. AA Ghent is currently beating Club Bruges and latest 3-0 up against Union SG. We have Antwerp 2-0 down to Standard Liège. Cecil Bruges 1-0 up against Muskron. KV Korzijk is currently 2-0 up against Beerschot. We then have this game, which is of course 2-1 to us. Lokeren is currently drawing 0-0 to Charleroi. We have Rosselaar, who is currently losing 1-0 at home to Oostende. We then have Westerlo 0-0 against OHL, which is good for us because if we slip up here, it's nice to know it's still a 2-horse race. We then have Zolt Warjam, who's currently 1-0 up against UPenn. But let's go talk to Dare. And hopefully the ice cream man can stop being noisy. So, tell the boys they did well and their efforts were excellent. That's not a bad plan, but you know what? Looking at those, we can do better. We have a couple of players performing. Now, Anderson having a lovely game. We've got Bizamani also having a lovely game. And we have Kupasik, who has been sold in that defensive mid-role. But things are going well, but I know you can do better, lads. And that's gone down well. Weirdly, it's motivated the best player on the pitch. So, Anderson, maybe you can get up to a 9, possibly? Let's find out. Let's see if Anderson can get himself up to a 9. Nagakono with a free kick. Luckily, it goes wide. Not a bad effort, but thankfully for us, it sails wide of the goal, and we can carry on in our lovely 2-1 victory so far. So, lads, I know we're winning, but come on, bit more. Belt, I know I'm pressuring you. Okay, Belt and Fernandez, they're not taking it well. Milcevic is also having a rough one, so you know what? Triple substitution. We're going to risk it for the biscuit. Very fun for Fernandez. Holmberg on for Milcevic. And who do we bring on for Belts? That's the question. We have 3 opportunities we can take. Ozcan, Post, or Jimenez. I guess we go Jimenez. Is probably the better of the 3 options. So that is our triple substitute. And we shall get on with the rest of today's game. 20 minutes remain, and Gallon plays it short to Pieri. Now over to Corfries. Corfries plays it over to the left-hand side where Anderson collects it. He has Vucevic making a lovely run, plays it into Jimenez though. Jimenez plays it out wide to Vucevic, who plays it now to Anderson. Vucevic continuing his run down this left-hand side. Can he whip it across? He does. Front post. Oh! Not how I expected that one to go, but I shall take it. His cross almost became a shot, and then it just bounced off the goalkeeper. I don't know what the goalkeeper was doing there. He should have really held on to that one. Let's have another look. As you can see, his cross went a bit too far. Holmberg couldn't get it. Hits the goalkeeper. and Holmberg slots the rebound away. Not bad. As you can see, we've jumped up to 7 ratings on pretty much everybody on the pitch right now, so that is lovely. And we have a 3-1 victory. Verif has even nicked the ball back. It's with Holmberg. Come on, Holmberg, kill this game off. No. Now, at 3-1, it's pretty much over, but get a 4th. Let's just completely seal this one off. Anderson whips it in, back post, Holmberg, no. It is with Corfries though. Corfries has collected it. We can still do something with this. Or not. The highlight can just end. That works too, I guess. Although Jimenez and Verif have now dropped below a 7 rating, which is a little disappointing. Anderson though, back post, doesn't get it to anyone, and it's with Jallo on the counter-attack. Jallo tries one over the top, Vucevic collects though, and it's with Jimenez. Jimenez now to Bizamani, will play out wide to Anderson. Anderson holds it the ball nicely for Bizamani. We have Vucevic making a run on this left-hand side yet again. And it's Anderson to collect it over here, though. Can he play it back to Vucevic? He does. Vucevic has way too much space. Take a shot, my lad. No, he whips it in for Verif. Verif nods in his 6th goal of the season, assisted by Vucevic. You don't give Vucevic that sort of space. We've seen him hit screamers. We've seen him hit beautiful crosses. And he goes for the beautiful cross this time. So let's have another look at that one. Anderson did a great job to pull the man out to the corner flag. Verif whips in a beautiful back post cross and... Verif. Vucevic whips in a lovely back post cross and Verif nods it in. So it is 4-1, ladies and gentlemen. We have won the group. 14 shots to our 17, 7 on target to our 13, 9 fouls to our 6, 2 yellow cards, 0 yellow cards, 49% possession to our 51. Now, I would try some players out in the second game, but honestly, I want to keep our form going. If we're going into the knockout stage, we want to keep our form going, so we are going to keep the best players going forward. Petrazak was our best performer with a 7.6. He got a 93% pass completion ratio. For us was Vucevic, of course, with 2 assists and a 9 rating. Struggling to perform was their goalkeeper, Lemersil. He got a 6.4 and no reason for it. And Milcevic for us, 0 overall chances and a 6.6. Few different milestones there. Feel free to pause and have a look if you are interested. The player of the match, though, goes to Anderson. Anderson, better than Cleverson. So, Dirk thinks we tell the boys, yeah, that was excellent. You know what? Assertive? No, passionate. Bit of passion, lads. So, tell lads special. Yeah, magnificent. I really appreciate that one, lads. Good job. We are through to the knockout stage, as should be confirmed here. Poor work ethic. He blames it on poor work ethic. By the way, before this game, he was saying our form isn't down to us playing well, it's down to other teams underestimating us. Well, that didn't seem to be the case there now, did it? Qualify for the playoff semi-final. Not sure who we're going to get in the semi-final, but we shall find that out in the next episode. I believe that's 2 legs. So what we'll do is we'll play the semi-final as an episode, and if we make it through to the final, we'll then play the final as its own individual episode, because I believe that is also done over 2 legs. But it is time to get into our second game of today's episode, where we will verse OHL and see if we can knock them down a peg or 2. Who knows, maybe we can get Westlow off the bottom of the group. But we are going to head back to our stadium, where we shall welcome OHL for the second game of today's episode. Okay everyone, we are through, but it is time to kick off our second game of today's episode. And well, I've made a few different changes. I found out the semi-finals is actually played on the Wednesday and this game is on a Sunday. So I wanted to give the guys a bit of a rest, so I've rested 4 of them. In fact, Jimenez is coming into central midfield in place of Bell, who drops to the bench. This is going to be the whole theme. We have Schwavers dropping to the bench for Duchet's on the right-hand side of defence. Verif comes on the right-hand side of midfield for Fernandez. And then we have Holmberg coming on for Milcevic. As you all know, Milcevic has been struggling. So why not give Holmberg a bit of a run out and Milcevic can get rested for the big game. Now, I have noticed they are playing rather defensive. In fact, they don't even have a striker. They're playing a 4-2-3-1-0. Not sure what they're thinking, to be honest. I guess they don't want to finish bottom of the group below Westerlo. But without further ado, let's go talk to our assistant and see what he has to say. So, tell the team they're expected to pick up where they left off. Okay, fair enough. Assertively, I expect nothing but win from this match. And, well, Vucevic like that. Few different ones are listening keenly. Nobody is put off by the idea, so that's not too bad, I suppose. So, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, otherwise known as Rudolph Janssens. He is from St. Nicholas Football Paper, an enthusiastic fellow who is indifferent about us. And I apologise, I really feel like I need to sneeze. But Jimenez takes the captain's armband today. What do you see in him as a leader? He's a natural choice. Totally. Anyway, your team selection has offered... Yeah, of course. My team picks itself. We are an amazing squad of players. It's pretty easy to pick this team. Although, as you already know, I've made 4 changes from the usual lineup. So I don't know what he's on about in that sense. But Duchetz throws it in for Verif. Verif coming down this right-hand side. Can we get an early goal? It's less than a minute in. Back post. Anderson taps it in. 45 seconds. Unfortunately, though, VAR seems to be letting us off the hook here. Yeah. It's let them off the hook. Let's see how bad this was. It didn't seem... Okay. Yes. It was off by a mile. But, right, let's just have a little look at these groups, because I did notice something very interesting. Now, we can ignore the championship group for a second. Cercle Bruges has confirmed that they've won that group. Now, Anderlecht confirmed they won their group, and we have won ours. Now, this group, not sure what's going on in Group B, but Zoltan Wargem, bottom of our league, relegated into the B League, in fact, is currently topping that group, which is rather bizarre. But you would have thought UNBEATEN or maybe Korsrik would have been the ones to win that, but I don't know. So we could end up getting Wargem in the semi-finals. I'm not sure if it's C versus B or C versus A or if it's a draw or what, but we shall figure that out going forward. First of all, we need to play OHL and, well, they've got a throwing. It's with Lopez. Nice one, Anderson. Lovely dispossession by him. Now, can we do anything with it? Over to Jimenez. Jimenez cutting inside, as well as giving the 4 players a rest, of course. It is allowing these guys to get a bit of match sharpness. A couple of them are lacking. They're on 50-60. So it's going to be nice to get them up into that yellow, maybe green area. But Anderson doing a Milcevic-style header, heading it straight over the goal and not challenging the goalkeeper. So we are going to let it get to 20 minutes and then we are going to band a bit more. Because we want a victory here today, ladies and gents. I can't be taking draws. No, we cannot. We want to get another victory. We want to be comfortably winning the group. Verif throws it into Holmberg, headed back to Verif though. Verif gets it back to Holmberg, who has acres of space, plays it back to Kubasic though. Kubasic, will he do anything with it? Bizamani, that was a beautiful attempt. Unfortunately can't keep it on target. But not a bad little shot. Verif, Anderson and Holmberg, the only ones not fired up by that shout. We're going to have another one, of course. See, oh, that one fired everyone up. That's good. Nastic throws it into Imran, though. Imran plays it back to Nastic. Nastic holding up the ball nicely for Duplas. Back to Nastic, tries a crossfield ball. Anderson heads it down to Bizamani, though. Anderson, will he use Vucevic? No, he crossfields it to Verif. Verif holds it up. Can he cross one? No, he's going alone. He's hit the post. That got rather dangerous for them, but fortunately for them, they got it away. He made a lovely effort. Unfortunately, we couldn't really capitalise. And, well, it is 0-0 going into half-time. And we've dominated. 8 shots to 1. 2 on target to 0. We really need to be a bit more clinical in today's game. 0 fouls to their 2. 0 yellow cards, 0 yellow cards. 66% possession to their 34. Now, our best performer has weirdly been Corfries. He's got 6.9. Of them is Duplas. He's also got a 6.9. Struggling to perform is Bizamani with a 6.5. And Okanzi with 3 mistakes and a 6.3 for them. Now, as you can see, there is a few different results at the moment. Muscaron is currently beating Charleroi with a 1-0 penalty. Standard is currently winning their game, also through a penalty 1-0. Korsik is beating Wargem, the finally knocking Wargem off the top of the group. That is lovely to see. As much as it would have been entertaining to see them get through to the semi-finals, it would have also been rather disgusting to see. So it's nice to see them losing that 2-0. Club Bruges is currently 2-0 up against Antwerp now. I think Standard still has a lead on Club Bruges if I remember rightly. Anderlecht is winning theirs 1-0. So Dirk thinks we should encourage the team. I'm going to encourage them by telling them they're performing awful. As you can see from the ratings on this right hand side, not the greatest. Everyone's on a 6. I'm far from pleased. That's fired everyone up. besides Verif and Anderson better than Clubberson. So let's get back out there, see if that kick up the backside has done anything. We're going to tell them to show some passion, even though a few players are already motivated. And hopefully that can get something out of them. Did my shout not go through? Weird. It just kept them free motivated. So we have possession. It's a throwing with Verif. Throws it into Jimenez. Jimenez holds it up nicely back to Verif. Whips one across Anderson. Oh, it's tipped onto the bar. Holmberg can't do anything with it, and it is cleared for yet another throwing at the alternate side. So let's get some players on. They've had a nice little run out, as you can see. Jimenez is struggling for his sharpness. Don't know why the word was completely negating my brain. Vucevic, though. Vucevic, you are not feeling so great. So, you know what? Duchette, you can stay on, but you swap into the left-hand side, because we are bringing Schwabers on. Now, who else is struggling for fitness? Anderson and Verif. I'm not particularly going off form at the moment, simply because we want to prioritise. Ooh, in fact, that's what we'll do. We've all seen Holmberg on this left-hand side. Let's see if he can do it again. We're going to bring Milcevic on. We are going to play you as an inside forward on attack, of course. And that is our substitutions. Get the three men struggling for fitness off. Get three talented individuals back onto the pitch. Tell the lads to show some passion, and let's get this victory. We've got 20 or so minutes to work with. Make that 15, in fact. And, well, the clock is ticking down. We have a nervous Duchette, in fact. Calm, with core friends and free midfielders who are motivated. Unfortunately, though, the rest of the team don't seem to be. They are frustrated, though, so let's demand more. That's focused everyone up. Unfortunately, it's looking a little late. And yes, it is a little late, as we have a boring 0-0 draw in the second game of today's episode. So we had 18 shots to their 2, 5 on target to their 0, 1 foul to 6, 0 yellow cards, 0 yellow cards, 59% possession to 41. In the end, we just wasn't clinical. We wasted our 18 opportunities. So, best performers. Corfries was our best performer. He got a 7.1. For them was Duplus with a 7.1. Also struggling to perform was Verif with a 6.4 and 8% crossing completion ratio. For them was Imran. He got 3 mistakes and a 6.4. Impressive that the central defender with a 6.4 and 3 mistakes still didn't score. So, yeah, player of the match goes to Duplus. He managed to creep it in front of Corfries, which, I mean, everyone was useless in that game, so I can't feel too bad. Assertively, that simply wasn't good enough, and even our assistant thinks so. As you can see, told the team their performance was disappointing, which we have done. And it went down okay, so we aren't going to be too upset. As you can see, standard win Pro League A. That is lovely to see. Finally someone dethrones Club Rouge. Milcevic vows to end goal drought. I mean, you did come on as a substitute in that last game. You can't feel too bad about not ending it in that game. He's been spotted. Don't care. In fact, who was that? I want to say it's probably the Anderlecht manager. No, it is the... Oh, Rwandan manager. Looking at Bizamani. Didn't even know Bizamani was Rwandan. Well, you learn something new every day, ladies and gents. So, let's progress just a little bit. See who we get in the draw. So we get a draw for this. That's interesting. So, Cercle Bruges made it through. It was Kortrijk who made it through in the end. Anderlecht. Now, the team we'd probably want to get is Kortrijk or maybe Anderlecht. One of them two. We really don't want to get Cercle Bruges. They are a much better team than all three of us. So, let's see who we get. Class. Class we get Cercle Bruges. We get Cercle Bruges as Anderlecht is against Kortrijk. At least we play the home game first. No, there is no positive in this. This is going to be a rough one. So, it looks like we are going to be versing KSV Cercle Bruges. Now, can we get the dates, please? Please, can we get our fixtures? Thank you. there we go. We play them on the 10th and then the 14th. That's a bit rough having a 4-day gap, but hopefully they are a little tired. Hopefully our rested players can make use of it because, like I said, 3 days time, we play them on a Wednesday and then we play them on the weekend. So that is it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you come back for our games against Cercle Bruges, and hopefully if we can magically get past them and get to the final, you come back for the final episode also. But I thank you all for watching today's episode. I hope you've all had a lovely night, and goodbye.